Welcome back to the Lucie Landgraab channel. I'm Lucy and today we are building a house in The Sims 4 exclusively with purple items by filtering all the items by purple in the search options. Our rules are to use purple items for everything. If we need an item and there's no option in purple that is needed to make the house playable, then I have used base game replacement, but other than that everything else is purple. I mean, that fence is not purple and it is base game, but we'll get back to that. I had some recording issues with the first 25 minutes of this build. I lost basically me building the shell, but you don't want to watch that struggle anyway. The outside of this house is very, very average and is made so much worse by only having window options from Spa Day and Realm of Magic. If I'd been smart about it, I would have built something a little bit more magic based, maybe with like turrets and things, and these windows would have worked better, but I wanted to start with a shell that wasn't impacted by the items I could use. So that's why it ended up being such a weird mixture with the Realm of Magic windows at the back and the Spa Day stuff at the front. So before I jump into how I'm one of those people whose favourite colour is purple and it kind of takes over your whole life and everyone has to know that your favourite colour is purple, I just want to say I'm recording this voiceover on June 15th, 2020. Black Lives Matter. Please check the description for a couple more options to donate to help support communities who are in need at this time. Even when the news cycle moves on, still keep donating and staying informed. On Saturday there was an alt-right rally in London with neo-Nazis making Nazi salutes all over the city and fighting with police. The Prime Minister in the UK, Boris Johnson, wants to protect statues more than the UK BAME population, and we need to stay alert to use his slogan to hold them accountable for how they are treating people in our country. So just make sure you're up to date on that, and let's chat about the Sim. I was certainly not aware that there were this many purple items and that all the purple items need to be as vibrant as they are. Like, I don't know why there aren't more lilac-y options, but this is what we ended up with. I really struggled to figure out where in this build I wanted to put the living room, so I just tucked it away to the side because I wanted to make sure that I got a bathroom on this floor as well, and tried to use all the items I could that were purple, only to discover that I'm pretty sure there are no purple bathroom items, which is frustrating, but there's plenty of wall options. There's an array of options for flooring. This purple wood, it really is something, but the tile I used in the kitchen and on the front porch is actually really nice. I used a mixture of different curtain styles. I actually overused those Parenthood curtains a lot, and I really shouldn't, and also the ones from Island Living. Those are the ones that I use the most. You just saw another shot of the outside of this house. I'm so disappointed. I do go back and do landscaping and it does make it better, but it is still frustrating. So here I am trying to find some purple items. I went with that shower because some of the elephants on it are purple and I thought that that kind of made it more loud. But yeah, there's no purple toilet. But that tiny living sink actually has a tiny bit of purple on it, so it counts. I really don't know how I feel about this tiny room just for the stairs. I probably should have just left it open and popped maybe an archway. Oh, I remember why I didn't do that now. There's no archways that are purple, they're only white. I couldn't find anything that worked there quite right, so not that many options for dining room tables, only 3 choices, so I went with this one. It was the most purple and also the best size. That giant Get Famous one was not going to fit in here and also didn't fit with the vibe, as does much of the Get Famous stuff. But this worked out pretty well. I think it fits the space, and yeah, it looks like I would like to live here. But again, I'm obsessed with purple. Here's a reference of my childhood bedroom, just to explain that yes, my room was purple. Very purple. I saw a meme that was talking about how people whose favourite colour is purple are similar to vegans. Like, you don't have to ask, they'll either tell you that their favourite colour is purple, or you'll be able to tell, i.e. all my towels are purple, my dressing gown is purple, you know, just that kind of thing. So I was just trying to make like a study space in this entranceway. I really like that backsplash that you can get with Eco Lifestyle, and yeah, I just tried to play around with all the different artwork that counts as purple, even when I think that some of it maybe isn't. Upstairs I really struggled with figuring out a layout because I knew I wanted 2 bedrooms, a kid's room and a parent's room, and I wanted a bathroom, but with the windows at the back, I needed to make sure that that entire back section was the same room because it wouldn't make sense to have that cut in the middle. and I couldn't figure out with the stairs in the middle how on earth I was going to have this bathroom be accessible, so I made it a Jack and Jill style, so that you could get in from the bedroom on either side, and I also made the corridor with the stairs slightly longer so that at least there would be one window in it. I always feel like it's weird when any rooms in my Sims houses other than the bathroom don't have windows, so really tried that, actually worked out quite well, and look at all these purple items we have for a kid's bedroom. I was really happy to discover that. Doors though. We need to talk about our lack of purple doors in this game, because we've got the spa day one, which I used for outside and getting in outside. We've got a double and we've got a single, but with indoor doors, the only options I had were these vibrant rainbow doors, and I'm completely fine with using them in the kids' room, but I had to use them in the bathrooms. I've had to use them on the parents' room because I didn't want to give them just a see-through door to their bedroom. That doesn't feel comfortable or private, so I really struggled with that. I do like these challenges though, that like take you out of your comfort zone and make you use items that you wouldn't usually use. I mean, for interior doors, I'm usually using that striped one from Get Famous, or the really bland white-brown one from Seasons, because I usually use all of the content from Seasons for doing exteriors, and yeah, so this was definitely quite difficult. I really didn't know how to use this space effectively. I wanted to use that backsplash again against the wall and fit the bed in that way, because our Sims can now fit in next to the bed with a half space tile, which is great. And actually, while we're looking at some curtains again, do people find it weird when the curtains clip into items in front of it? Because I tend to try and move all of my items forward so that they don't clip with the curtains, but I think that it really makes the space look weird once you drop the walls. So I always do that, but I don't know if that actually bothers other people or if it's just me. Anyway, that's us basically finishing off upstairs and just making sure that everything is done. We've now got to really focus on trying to make this house not look terrible on the outside, because there were no small windows that I could fit in the front, so it just looks very empty. And I also wanted to use as many items as I could that were purple, so a lot of flowers attacked my house, and I don't care if you don't like it, because it's how I save all my houses. I just cover them in greenery, which is a little problematic considering that I was only using purple items. There's a lot less choice. There was only that one tree, and I really wish that there were some more options, but also, why would we have purple trees unless I want to start going for like a space alien house, but I'm not. I wanted to use those items, so I did. They don't look great. If I'd had black and white tiles, I think that would have looked really cute, but I think it went way too far into the too much gene. In fact, I'm pretty sure that this is when we go full on way too much gene, because I was getting really frustrated that there weren't any purple fences, which is actually an atrocity. We should have a purple fence. And I I built a fence out of heather. So yeah, that's what I used instead. I would argue that I think it looks great. I'm a little bit too attached to this build now though, because it took me a really long time. I don't know whose Sims would want to live here, why you would want a fully purple house, but it exists now. I've been trying to improve my landscaping skills. I have patio stuff. I have no excuse for not being able to do it. I always struggle with my gardens just because they either feel way too packed, which I definitely think is the direction this one went in, or like there's not enough there. So it's trying to find that happy medium where it feels full enough, but not in a way that's overpowering. Like this is definitely getting a little overpowering, don't you think? I'm just gonna pretend that the reason it looks like this is because I was just trying to use as many purple items as possible, and you know what? It doesn't look the worst, so we're gonna say it looks great instead. Let's be positive. It's 2020, there's not a lot to be positive about. Imagine if you had a bar in your back garden. This is something that most of our Sims houses end up having, and I have never seen in real life, and I'm ready to purchase when I have a garden. Although maybe the issue here is that I was born and raised in the UK, so our weather doesn't permit outdoor bars. Is this something that happens a lot in America? I lived there for 4 years, but still don't feel like I've seen that many houses with bars in the garden. There's a lot of barbecues. I feel like I'm having a crisis. I need to know if this is a thing actually now. Alright, took a quick break with my voiceover just to have a little Google. It doesn't look like it's that much of a normal thing there either. So, are EA trying to make us alcoholics? I don't know, but at the moment, with the fact that none of us have been to a bar in literally months, I think a lot of us would be more than happy to have a fully stocked bar in our garden to enjoy ourselves. So this is me just checking how the house looks at night, making sure that all the lighting is correct, and here are the screenshots. Considering it's only with purple items, I think it turned out pretty well. The outside's a little iffy and some of the inside's not great, but I really like the kitchen. I think the living room is overpowering, but it's pretty cute, and I think the kids' bedroom's adorable. I think they would love that. So anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. This is my 3rd video on my channel since I revamped it, so thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a lovely day.